What is up, everyone? My name is Alex, aka Doer, and we are about to get into an unboxing and product review of two UFC mystery boxes. If you know what these are all about, then feel free to skip ahead, but if these are brand new to you, then let me give you a quick rundown of what we have in store today. But before we get started, very important disclosure I need to make is credibility is everything for me in this game. As many of you know that have been following along, this now marks my third UFC mystery box video. It's clear to me that there's a ton of value in making this type of content based off of the engagement that has been generated in such a short time. That being said, there's only so many mystery boxes that I have space for. For that reason, I worked out a deal with Memento Exclusives, aka UFC Collectibles, to conduct a product review on a loaner agreement. Of course, going into it, my only hesitation was, what if they send me their two best boxes in order to garner a killer review for me that isn't representative of what the average consumer might receive? I can tell you at the time of recording this section of the video, that was not the case. In fact, they gave me quite a bit to critique if I'm being honest. So with that out of the way, I hope you enjoy the video. Let's jump into it. So what is a UFC mystery box? Well, simply put, it is a mystery box that contains memorabilia from a variety of athletes and events. Each mystery box, you're going to receive authentic items from the Octagon, signature pieces, and brand new designed items that are making an appearance for the first time that you can't find anywhere else. All right, y'all, so we're gonna open up both of these boxes, identify which one is our gold edition, which one is our platinum edition, and then we're gonna start with the gold and with the platinum. So without further ado, let's get to some ripping. I believe the tops will look identical, so we're not gonna know right off the bat which one is our gold, which one is our platinum. Flip this upside down. All right, there we go. I want to say that this is the platinum edition and this is the gold based off the weight that I felt when pulling these out of the box. If I'm wrong, oh well. I'm going to put this one to the side and we're going to start off with that bad boy there. Right off the bat, I'm going to reiterate, emphasize again. I can't emphasize this enough. The box itself should be treated as a collectible. I've mentioned this to the team. They've mentioned that it is something on the list to address and get right. But I have to say that if this were the box that you guys receive, I think you'd be pretty upset and disappointed that it got that beat up. Now, again, this isn't the UFC Collectibles team sending it to you this way. This is what happens, you know, because of the postal service and just what it takes to get from point A to point B. Hopefully with the next edition, they'll figure out just how to put the bumpers on each corner, a bigger box, so that this doesn't have to continue to happen. I hate to have to continue to mention it in every one of my videos, but I think, you know, it wouldn't be a proper review video if I didn't call that out. As you can see, there's tears here. All right, let's jump into the actual box itself. Let me pull this a little forward just so that we can open up the lid and then show you what's inside. Bang. Take a look at that. These canvas pieces have grown on me so much, and this is such a beautiful piece here. This is from 300, Alex Pereira, when he knocked out Jamal Hill. And this is a sweet piece because there's also a blood stain on this canvas patch. For those that are not familiar, what they do is they take the Octagon canvas that you see back here and they rip it up into these squares. They do different things with it. They end up in trading cards. They end up in these frames and the acrylics. But in this case, they frame it. They give you a dope picture from the event. In this case, it's the Alex Pereira, and I believe this is numbered as well. So this is a limited edition 5 out of 26. Check this out, y'all. All right, let's keep going. See what we have down here. I'm going to set this to the side. And all right, we're on to our UFC Collectibles booklet, which is going to have a few things. It should have the physical COAs that they provide to register the items that you get. That's oftentimes what's in here. They don't always provide one for each item, but then you'll probably get your gift cards, if applicable, in here. And I want to say that this is where the winning ticket might be, if it's not on the front when we opened this box. So we'll see if that is the case. Before we get to that, this is another piece that they throw in there. It looks like this is going to be one of the old school t-shirts that has our Ultiman from the UFC. Let's open this up and see if this actually is signed or from somebody's kit. Let's see where this is from. This looks like a very small size, so I'm sure it's going to have a name in the back of the athlete who had this as part of their kit. This is a size medium. All right, let's take a look. This says, oh, that's going to be hard to read. What does that say? Wyland. So it's actually not, I thought it was going to be one of the female fighters. This is just actually one of the lighter weight classes for the males. Let's keep going. Let's take a look at what we got in here. All right. Oh, one more up here. There it is. All right. So it looks like it will just be the physical cards that you scan with your phone. And I'll show you a video here of how I've done it in the past. And then it goes and registers these items under your account so that you have proof that these were items that were UFC collectibles. If you ever try to resell this, it's a good way to be able to show people that that is in fact a certified UFC collectible item. So here we have how many? Five certificates. We'll take a look. Again, I'll scan this after the fact just to keep going. And it looks like we do have a gift card. Let me make sure that there's no code back there. There is. Does it say how much it is? It does not. So I will have to confirm how much is in there. Let's see if there's any other gift cards. All right, so just one gift card with this package. Let's keep going. All right, so right off the bat, I see some signed gloves, so we have to start with that. This looks like it is signed gloves that are going to be considered, I think, fighter worn versus fight worn in this scenario, just because I don't see the tape that typically goes around the gloves when the fighters have fought in these respective gloves. So this is going to be a pair. One is signed. I can't make out who this is just by looking at it. So again, we will scan that. What's up, guys? So I just checked, and these are in fact Leon Edwards signed UFC gloves. Considering he used to hold the belt and he's still ranked in the top 10, these are a solid hit to get in any mystery box. Let's keep going. Let's go with what I believe is going to be our watch. Yep, a Timex watch. All right, will we hit a silver? Will we hit a gold? Last time we hit a nice gold one, which I still haven't worn. I believe I'm going to wear it for New Year's. Let's see what we hit in this one. Here we go. That is going to be your silver edition. Let's take a look. Let's pull that out so you guys can take a better look at this. Check that out. Let's move some of this. Oh, something just fell. I see it. All right. So this one, I mentioned it in my preview video of the mystery boxes that I had to actually come back to this item here that I'm about to show you and give it its proper credit, because initially I thought that this was just a keychain that the UFC was tossing in here, when in fact it is a keychain that is made out of the actual canvas as well, from, in this case, UFC 200. So I'm just trying to open that carefully without ripping the keychain itself or tearing the keychain itself. So this is going to be another one of those keychains like the one I pulled in an earlier mystery box. This looks like there's actually a little bit of a stain, which is good, right? Because I mean, if you're a fight junkie like me, you want what looks like blood stains on here or something that's going to differentiate this item from somebody else's keychain that they receive. This is going to be one that's numbered 10 out of 300. Is that 10? I want to say that's 10. Yeah, that looks like a 10 out of 300. So that's nice. Nice piece. It is a low, give me one sec. It is a low numbered item out of 300. That's a winner in my book. All right, what do we have here? Based off the size, I'm curious because I want to think that this is the figurine that they were going to include in each box, whether it was the gold edition or the platinum edition. That being said, this box seems very thin for it to be that. So if it is that, I'm going to be very impressed with the packaging on this. Let's take a look. And that is in fact what it is. That's impressive because if you look at this item put together, it is quite the piece, but it's cool that they were able to create a packaging scenario for this that's going to fit it really well. We're not just here to take part, we're here to take over. Conor McGregor, and this is created by Tracy Tubera, that's the artist. The company is Stance, and Sean is the founder and CEO of the company Stance. I got to meet him when I went out to the UFC X event for International Fight Week in Vegas. And this is more of Tracy's artwork. Check that out. I have a habit of wanting to flip it, but I forget that this is the view that you guys are going to have as well. All right, let's carefully take this out. And then I'll also, again, have separate footage of how this unit looks like assembled on a table with proper lighting for it. I got to see this in person. I didn't get to actually hold one of these while I was out there, so I'm excited to be able to get my hands on one. I did get to see this red edition, a limited edition that they had of this version. It was a gigantic piece. I'll make sure to put the video up on that as well. Check this out. I want to be very careful with this. Last thing you want is for this to fall and break. Check out the detail on that, yo. You can see the tattoos, the UFC glove. What else do we have? Look at the tattoo on his forearm. Tattoos on his back. And upon closer inspection, it's worth noting that the figurine that's included in these mystery boxes is in fact a limited edition that's exclusive to the mystery box itself. You will not find this version elsewhere. If you take a close look, you'll notice that the shorts are white, and that's a nod to UFC 205 when Conor defeated Eddie Alvarez for his second belt. If you compare it to this one here on the screen now, you notice that this one has the green shorts. It has a different mouthpiece. So it's these subtle little details that I think matter, and it's worth calling out that what you receive in the mystery box is not what you can go and purchase on UFCcollectibles.com or Stance.com. All right, we'll put that to the side and open that shortly. Let's get this base. All right. Is there an opening? Yeah, I think it's right here. All right, check this out, yo. Remove that. We can close that. And this says UFC 205. This is the base. This is the bottom here. I believe you can also put your phone to this to be able to register this item. It has these nice little foam bottoms so that, you know, it doesn't scratch when you put it down on the surface. Let's check out the detail on it. UFC around the sides. And then just on the base, you have the notorious Conor McGregor, you have the Tracy Tabera logo, UFC stance, UFC Collectibles, aka Memento exclusives. All right, and so then I am told that you should be able to put this figure on the unit and it's gonna click on because there's magnets at the bottom of Conor's feet here that are going to allow it not to just sit on there and be able to move. So let's see if that is true. That is the case. Let's get the flag. All right, let's take a look. So this should have a spot back here somewhere. You see that little spot there? We'll get that on camera right there. You're just gonna put the end of the actual flag in there, and then it sits well where like it doesn't really shake off, right? And it's not like you're gonna be playing with these like an action figure. At least I hope you're not, but hey, more power to you if you do. So we'll make sure to showcase that a little later as well. Let me put this over here. Put that there. Let's put it on a flat surface just to be safe. All right, let's keep going. So I'm gonna put that all back there. Move this over here. So based off my count so far, I want to say that that concludes our gold edition. Let me check down here, but I believe that that is going to do it. Let's see. Yep, there's nothing else down there. Let's move that to the side. So if that is the case, to recap, let me close this. To recap, our gold edition box had the Conor McGregor figurine. It had the signed gloves, 2, the keychain, 3, the Timex watch, 4, the gift card in here, 5, the t-shirt, 6, and then we have our Alex Pereira piece, right? That piece, which is going to be 7. So I count 7 there. My count was that there should be, and that is actually right. It is 7. I said 8, but I misspoke because 7 would be if you were to hit the PS5 console. Otherwise, it would in fact be 7 items that you receive, and this is the 7. So let me see if it matches what we thought we would receive. We got the canvas, we got a shirt, we got gloves, we got the Conor piece, we got a gift card. 6, we got the keychain. So what did we get in replacement for? Oh, got it. Okay, so instead of receiving the trading cards, what we received was a watch, which many I think would consider a win, considering that many see trading cards as more of a gamble, trying to hit that rare 1 of 1 or a solid rookie, depending on the year of cards that you have. So to get a watch, there's solid value right off the bat, right? You're not gambling. It's a nice watch. You can resell it if you wish to, or you can make use of it and wear it around. All right, let me put this away, and then we'll jump into our Platinum Edition. All right, y'all, so jumping into our Platinum Edition, let's take a look at what we hit inside of this one. We got the GOAT, John Jones from UFC 285, that canvas right off the bat on top. Now you see that this UFC Collectibles certificate pack was on top. In the other, this is how I'm used to it, them being on top, and that's how you know whether you have the winning ticket or not. In the other box that we opened, it was somewhere in like the lower tier, so I'm not sure if they switch it up from time to time, but my expectation is that it's always on the top. So we're gonna start with this to begin with and see what we have in here. All right. So no winning ticket of any sort. Nope, just the thank yous. We do have a gift card. Again, we don't know how much it is, so I will confirm this on the screen. Let's keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this case, we have 5 of these registration QR codes. Let me see if there's anything else in there. Nope. All right. So in the other one, we had a few more. Again, not every item comes with one of these. So sometimes you're going to have the item itself have the little QR code sticker in the back that you're able to scan after the fact. So I want to compare this so that you guys have context, right? You remember I showed you the Alex Pereira one that had the blood stains. This is a clean canvas cutout. I mean, there's a little bit of blood up there, but that's kind of what makes the difference between getting that Alex Pereira one that had the awesome blood stain on it versus something like this that has just a little bit of it. This is a 20 out of 25. And again, this is when John Jones won the heavyweight title and beat Cyril Gane at UFC 285. This is a beautiful piece. And again, how awesome is it that you get to own a piece of the octagon that these athletes, and not only John or Cyril Gane fought on, but all the other athletes that were on the roster, or I should say on that card for that night. Let's keep going. Let's see how differently they packaged this Platinum Edition versus the Gold Edition. All right, let's take a look at what we got. Put this down here. So we got what we're calling the yearbook. This is the same one that we received in our International Fight Week edition. Or maybe it was even our 300 edition. I forget, but we've received this one before, so I won't spend too much time on it. I think it's a cool book. I actually took the time to look through all the pages, and there's pretty cool, insightful like stories and pieces on fighters. So I think I could appreciate that, being a hardcore UFC fan. Here we have some of the Max Holloway. This is extra large. This is the Max Holloway custom shorts that he wears with the Hawaiian flowers on it. Let's take that out just to take a look. So this is one of the pieces I was excited for. It's not necessarily because I plan to wear it or that I would wear one of these. I just think it's cool to be able to get some of these custom kits that more recently fighters have started to wear. You can get like the Alex Pereira ones. I think Ilia Topuria had some as well. So the more fighters continue to come out with their own style, you have a chance to likely hit those in these mystery boxes, which I think is pretty cool. They retail for quite a bit, and I see people buy them, so there's definitely a demand for them. So even if it's not your flavor, you can decide to sell these, you know, list them somewhere and just get some money back. For anything that you're not too interested in for these mystery boxes. There's always a buyer out there for some of this, you know, if not all of it. All right, let's take a look at what this piece is going to be. So on the other one, we got a fighter kit shirt, but it didn't have a signature of any sort. That's one of the critiques that I gave to the team, where I said, if you're gonna put any shirt, even if it's from a fighter kit, just getting a fighter kit shirt that doesn't have anything signed is not as meaningful to at least have it autographed, right? Because unless you're lucky and it's your size, you can't even wear that fighter kit shirt or jersey or shorts. So I'm hoping that this will actually have a signature on it. We'll see whose this is. Let's open it this way first. See if there's any autograph. I already sneaked a little peek at the back, and there is a gigantic autograph, if I am correct. Let's take a look at who that is. Boom, look at that. Big autograph. Appreciate when they go all out and not just a little tiny signature. And this is Tyson Pedro. It's super hard to read on my end, so I have to angle it a certain way. But yeah, Tyson Pedro. Autographed. Again, let me pull the shirt from the previous one. Maybe I missed it. I don't think I did. Was it signed? Was it signed? Let's take a look. I'm looking on my end. Let me see. Oh, and I can see the name now, Eddie Weiland. So yeah, it was the Weiland I thought, but I don't see a signature for that. Take a look. Continue to turn it around. Am I missing it, guys? No. Yeah, so no autograph on this. So that's a miss. Something that even Victor himself from the team said, he's mentioned to the team, let's make sure that when we put an item like this, that it has an autograph. So in this case, we didn't hit it there, but we did hit it in this platinum edition. So I'll take this all day. I like to get autographed items versus just fighter kit items that, you know, you're probably more likely to wear than to put framed up or display in some sort of, you know, case. All right, what else? Let's see what's next. All right. I have to say, this is by far one of the most sick acrylic canvas pieces that I've seen. For context, I have 3 of these. Not the same event. I have 3 different canvas acrylic pieces, and none of them have ever been one of the color patches. It's always been the traditional like blue that you see on the framed canvas mats. This is McGregor versus Cowboy, UFC 246. Take a look at that beauty. Oh my. And again, I have the tendency to want to turn that around. Take a look at that. That is a beautiful canvas patch. That's sick. I really like these. And then there's the what you would scan to be able to register that for yourself. That is a beautiful piece. Let's take it out of here, actually. Take a look at this. Look at that. How gorgeous is that piece? Again, if you're buying this product, it's likely because you're a UFC fanatic. And so you would appreciate something like this. And that's the back. That's what you would scan in order to be able to register this item to your profile. But yeah, this is a sick piece. Wow. Probably one of my favorite items to come out so far. I'm a sucker for matte relics, and that is a beautiful piece. Let's keep going. And already I see something that is definitely of my liking. Trading cards. Again, I mentioned earlier, this is gambling, but I like to gamble with trading cards. So I will take one of these every day of the week. This is a 2023 Select Blaster exclusive. It comes with 6 packs, 4 cards per pack. And again, I like to see that the UFC has started to lean more into putting an emphasis and a focus on these trading cards. These have been around since 2009, and just now they've really started to gain some steam with Dana promoting it and them now including that type of thing in here and having activations for that at UFC X. So I love to see it. That's a sweet toss in for this box as well. I will say a blaster box is the lower tier of what you would hope to get when it comes to trading cards. Not saying that you can't hit something rare from here, but you would want to ideally have in one of these boxes a hobby box, right? Those are the ones that are going to have more packs in it, more overall cards, and more chances to at minimum hit some autographs and some relics. Not guaranteed that it's going to be the fighter you want, but you'll definitely be able to hit more premium cards than what's going to come out of a blaster box. But so that's some feedback for the team. Let's keep going. All right, we have our signed gloves here. Who is that? Can you guys make that out? I'll make sure to post it on the screen. What's up, guys? So these are in fact Sean O'Malley signed UFC gloves, 30th anniversary edition. These were retailing for over $500 on the UFC website a few months back, and at the time of this recording I see one listing on eBay that's going for over $600. So this right here is a massive hit to be able to get out of these mystery boxes. I hope you hit the same ones, if not something better. Let's keep going. So again, this will for sure be the Connor piece because we saw that in the other box. This is again the watch, but let's take a look at what watch we get in here. Might be the same one, maybe we hit a gold. All right, y'all ready? Here we go. Come on. Boom. There we go. We hit the gold. We hit the gold. Let's take a look at this bad boy. All right. Check that out, yo. This is a nice piece. I really, really like these watches. I'm typically just like a no watch guy or an Apple Watch guy, but these have grown on me. And I like the color. I like the way that these fit my wrist. To some, they might be a little bit too big or not big enough because of the face size, but I'll take this as well every day of the week. Nice. So we got the silver and we got the gold. Let's keep going. We'll put that back in here as well. All right. I don't think this is going to be any different. I don't believe that there's versions of the Conor figure. So I think these are all the same. Let's confirm. Let's turn it this way. So we got the same piece there. Paperwork. Looks like it's going to be the same thing. Let me just take a look under. Yeah. So I'll save you guys the time. It's going to be the exact same action figure, but a nice collectible to have. I'm actually excited. They announced at Designer Con, I want to say, that they have a few new editions coming out of different fighters. And I have to say that the 3 fighters I saw look absolutely stunning. It's Izzy, Alex Pereira, and Max Holloway. I'm going to post those on the screen here now as well. Well, there you have it, a gold edition and platinum edition unboxing. Before we jump into my overall thoughts on what we just pulled, I'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts? What was your favorite item? What was your least favorite item? Do you see this being worth it for you, or are you going to hold out until a better mystery box comes along? Let me know. All right, so to jump into my review, let's start with the gold version. To recap, we had an Alex frame, Eddie Wineland non-signed t-shirt, the $150 gift card, Leon Edwards signed glove, the silver watch, the UFC 200 canvas keychain, and a Conor McGregor figure. If I had to give everything a conservative retail value, I can see all this being worth on the low end $750, which is slightly below the retail value for the gold edition product. If I had to rate this box, I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10. Would you agree with that or disagree? But what prevented this box from being a 10 out of 10? I'd say it was the lack of the signature on the shirt from the fight kit. It's a really big miss, especially if this is somebody's first box ever. Second, I'd say the lack of fight-worn gloves. While the Leon pair are really cool, I think most would prefer some fight-worn gloves instead. Not to mention, this could have helped us break even in value, if not better. Additionally, the exterior condition of the box was unacceptable, and while I understand that after it leaves your warehouse it's out of your control, you have enough evidence here in this video and the past 2 to justify implementing the use of bumpers to prevent this. After all, there's only so many variables you can control, and this is one of those, so why not take the extra step to deliver quality? For those reasons, I am giving the gold edition a 7 out of 10. Moving on to the Platinum Edition box. To recap, we hit the Jones frame, the $100 gift card, the yearbook, the Max shorts, signed jersey, Conor acrylic, the trading cards, Sean O'Malley gloves, gold watch, and the Conor McGregor figurine. If I had to give everything here a conservative retail value, I can see all this being worth right under $1,000 without the gloves included. Now, if you include the Sean O'Malley signed gloves, I can see it being anywhere between $1,200 to $1,500, which is definitely a net positive in value. If I had to rate this box, I'd give it a strong 8, soft 9 out of 10. But again, let me know if you agree or disagree with that. What prevented this box from being a 10 out of 10? This time it's going to be for the inclusion of a blaster box in the trading cards versus a hobby box or a more premium brand. I think that mystery boxes are a premium product based on the price point, and for that reason I think that should be reflected in what is offered inside as well. Additionally, and again, the exterior condition of the box was unacceptable, so that's going to be another ding to the score that I have to apply. And if it wasn't obvious, I didn't ding this box for the lack of fight-worn gloves, as the Sean gloves are arguably the most sought-out gloves in the market. So these definitely hit the mark for me. So do I think that Memento exclusives delivered a knockout product? On the gold, not quite. It was too close to value for my liking. For the platinum, however, they did really well with this box. Even without the Sean gloves, one could argue that the frame, the Conor acrylic, the Conor figure, the gold watch, and the gift card is a solid pickup. So overall, I absolutely love the two-tier approach. I love the lower price entry. I love the caliber of gloves that were included in both of these boxes. And I love the Conor figure and the fact that it's an exclusive item to these mystery boxes. But to really deliver a knockout product across the board, I'd like to see more fight-worn gloves in these boxes. Based on early feedback I collected from others in the community, it appears that at least 4 other boxes did not have fight-worn gloves, which to be fair is a small sample, but it's worth voicing that we really appreciate that type of product and memorabilia in these boxes and would love to see a lot more of that. I'd also like to see better trading cards included across the board. I'd like to see an even lower price point entry, think maybe $500 to $600. However, I understand that that range, you'd be pretty limited in what you can offer based on what most items retail for in the UFC Collectibles store. So that I get the challenge there, but I still would like to see a lower price entry. And lastly, we have to get the bumper solution sorted out. Considering the price that people are paying for these mystery boxes, I truly believe that that's the least you can do on your end to make sure that these boxes arrive in perfect condition. You guys clearly aren't taking shortcuts on the production of the box itself because it's really well made. So why take the shortcut on not putting these bumpers to avoid the boxes arriving damaged? Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. If you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. Until next time, this has been Doers Taking Breaks. We are out of here, y'all. Peace.